If you're a newly postpartum mom and you find that your back's starting to hurt because every time you lift your baby in and out of the crib, this video is for you. We have something that we call crib back, and it's a new kind of way of discussing the instability that's happening down in your low back after you have your baby. As a chiropractor, one of the things that I like to talk to my moms about after baby's birth is about strengthening their pelvic floor. I don't know if you knew this or not, but 90% of the information that comes out from the automatic portion of the nervous system regulates the pelvic floor. When they talk to you about doing something like Kegels are voluntary contractions, the front, the middle, and the back of the pelvic floor. So you can think about squeezing those and holding those, and that actually is about 10% of the muscles that are down there. The other 90% of them get supply from the portion of your nerve system that you don't even control. It's called the autonomic, or what I like to say, automatic nervous system. And so if you have given birth, and there's usually a couple different kinds that I want you to think about if this applies to you. So belly births, surgical births or cesarean births, this will apply to you. If you had a pretty long labor, we're talking over 15 hours, this may again apply to you. If you had a super, super fast labor too, so that means like those freight train ones where it was like, oh my goodness gracious, that baby just flew right out of me, this also may apply to you. As chiropractors who work on these kinds of issues, looking at the pelvis, sometimes the ligaments in the backside of the hips can get disturbed by the birth. If you've had a surgery, again, the core that's supposed to wrap everything together has also gotten disturbed. And so as you bend over to pick up your baby, those muscles that are supposed to activate and fire don't do it in a coordinated way. That makes the other muscles that come down the sides of the spine, and actually the ones that are supposed to go from your spine through your abdomen all the way down your hips, those have to work overtime. That leads to this feeling of weakness, a sensation of lack of strength. And the next thing you know, you're bending over to get out the car seat out of the back of the car, and something like twinges on you. So when we're looking at subluxation as chiropractors, one of the things that we like to look at is what do we need to do in order to establish good, clear communication inside the body for these moms postnatally. And there's a few things that I like to do as a chiropractor to check. We have a little bit of a screening, and this is a lot of stuff that you can do at home. The first is when you close your eyes, have somebody take a look at you and see if you have a side-to-side sway to you. One of the reasons why your body will do that is because if you have mobility issues in the back part, if they're too loosey-goosey back there, then the muscles from your hips, from your butt, all those big strong muscles are going to fire right side, left side, right side, left side to help you in order to stabilize that joint. The second thing that you might notice is that when you sit for a long period of time, your back starts to ache on you. And then you stand up and it's like, oh my goodness, everything's gonna fall out. And then once you stand though, you're okay for a little bit, but if you stand for too long, back starts to hurt again. The other thing too that might be kind of interesting is that if you find that you wear high heels and it actually helps your back, this may be a sign that you've got this. Because what high heels are designed to do is they're supposed to make your legs look all tight and nice, right? And so it tones up your calves, it tones up your hamstrings, and it tones up your glutes. The side effect of that is it makes those butt muscles contract a little bit extra to help hold your pelvis. And that's why for moms who have this, a little bit of a heel actually does feel better. Now, it's not something that we recommend for moms after the birth is to go around wearing their high heels. We actually, as chiropractors, have a very specific protocol that we like to use about stabilizing things. Just like if you'd rolled your ankle, you'd like to wear a brace for that. Same kind of thing for the pelvis is that this is where things like belly binding can come in really handy until the core starts to activate and engage. These are the places where we'll use a trochanter belt, like a Sorolla belt, in order to help hold down that pelvis. We'll use specialized adjusting techniques, using some wedges to maybe lay you on your side, or maybe use some muscle energy techniques to tone that up. You'll find a whole lot of really good information from pelvic floor physical therapists, from Nali Yoga, a lot of diaphragmatic breathing, a lot of ways to help lift that pelvic floor up like a fountain. So I hope you enjoyed this One Belly Wednesday. Again, if you are a recently postnatal mom who has given birth to a baby, these kinds of videos are specifically for you. If you have a mom who is about to give birth and you want to make sure that she has good information, make sure you share what we do. Share it in the share your comments about your experiences with crib back. Share your stories, and I always look forward to reading them. I'll talk to you soon.